Good morning, my loves. Happy Thursday. Beautiful day here at the lake, sitting on the sofa in my jeans and t-shirt. High today's 98. It's currently 75, and it's about 8:15. It is gorgeous out there, as always, the wonderful world of Arizona. So I'm a little late posting because I was answering DMs, and there were several, and one in particular, they wanted a video answer, so here it is, but it really hit close to home. And I understand. I really, really understand. So this lovely soul asked me how to deal with really critical people, people that just pick you apart all the time. Nothing you do is ever good enough. I totally get this. I was raised with that. My mom, horribly critical. My older sister, oh my gosh, just super critical. Nothing anyone ever did would measure up. I have been in relationships that's how, the guy was. Yeah, that didn't last, obviously. I've had bosses, coworkers that were just super critical, and there's always a different reason. With parents, they may feel they're being instructive, telling you, I told you, clean your room, not just pick up a shoe. Parents, you're an adult. You think like an adult. You behave, hopefully, like an adult. A kid thinks like a kid. If you don't like the way your child is cleaning their room, go in with them and make it fun and say, okay, here's the deal. I am going to show you, we're going to do it together, and I'm going to show you how to clean your room and make your bed. You might have to help them a couple of times. You might have to make a list, pick up shoes, put dirty clothes in the hamper. That's fine. That's fine. But don't tear them apart. Don't pick them to death. There's a difference between constructive criticism, feedback, and being vicious. Don't do it. Every time you lash out at that child and say, I told you, pick up your, God, I got another note from your teacher. Your handwriting is a mess. What do you mean you got a B? You should have got an A. We don't make B's around here. We only make A's. You're acting like your dad. You're acting like your mother. You're acting like so-and-so. Why can't you be like your sister? Why can't you be like your brother? Each of those slams is cutting your child's soul apart. You are creating a core wound that they will carry with them the rest of their life. They're not going to forget these things. They're going to be 70 years old and remember how shitty you talk to them. And that's how, I can't talk, that's how they are going to perceive themselves, that they are never going to measure up. They're never going to be good enough for you. And one thing about every child, they want to please their parent. They want to please their grandparents, their aunties and uncles, their older siblings. They want you to be proud of them. And every time you tear them apart, you're telling them you're not worthy. You're never going to measure up. You're worthless. And some parents actually say those things. Stop. Stop being cruel to an innocent child. If you're unhappy with your life, that's a you thing, not a them thing. Don't take it out on them because you're miserable and unhappy. You got yourself in your situation. You deal with it, not them. If it is a partner and they are on your ass, well, I don't like how you had your hair cut. What do you mean you cut your hair? I recently cut my hair. Luckily, I'm single. Nobody cares. Finn, the cat, hasn't said anything. But what do you mean? I told you not to cut your hair. Nobody can tell you what to do. If you want to cut your hair, cut your hair. Why are you going out like that? Why are you wearing this? Why did you fix that for dinner? I don't like that. How much money did you spend at the store? That's control and manipulation. That is, yes, it is being hypercritical, but that's control. That is abuse. Even a parent speaking to their child harshly, telling them they're never going to measure up, that's emotional abuse. And for a lot of parents, they don't want to see that. They don't want to think that they would ever be an abusive parent. Well, honey, every time you tear your child apart, you're being I can't talk. Every time you tear your child apart, that's emotional abuse. You can be kind about it, but you choose not to. when a partner chooses to be vicious. Instead of saying, oh, you got your hair cut, that's different, whether they like it or not. Oh, no, it's not that I don't like it. I'll get used to it. Okay. That's the nice way to handle it. They may not like it, but it's your head. It's your life. You are an adult. You can kind of do what you want to do, just like they kind of do what they want to do. Do not allow them to control and manipulate you. In relationships, it should be a partnership, 50-50. Everybody gets a vote. Everybody gets a voice. So often, it isn't. Watch out for emotional abuse. Of course, physical abuse, sexual abuse, financial abuse. Those are red flags. If they're behaving this way now, it's not going to get any better. They may say, I'm sorry, I just had a bad day, and they do it again next week. That's not a bad day. That's a pattern. That's abuse. It's not going to get better. And I don't care how much you love them, you have to love yourself more. And say, you know, I'm worthy of more than this. I'm worthy of being treated with respect and kindness, and step out of that relationship. Yeah. Coworkers, bosses. Bosses and coworkers can be real stinkers. Now, there are some situations that you have to be very precise and exact. Medicine, there isn't room for error in medicine. You have to be precise and exact, whether you're administering medication, setting up a test, charting, it has to be exact and precise. There is no room for error. An error will get you an injured patient and a lawsuit. And anybody in medicine knows that. So when your supervisor is saying, hey, you really need to pay better attention to how you're charting or something, don't take it negatively. Look at what you're doing and think, okay, they're trying to save my ass. Be smart about what you're doing. Now, if they are just being snots about it and they're criticizing absolutely everything you do and you're doing it all by the book, but they're this way to everybody, well, it's a them thing, not a you thing. They're micromanaging. They're controlling. And maybe they're threatened by you. Maybe they know you are a damn good nurse practitioner, intern, resident, doctor, whatever, and they're threatened. So they're going to try and pick you apart to hold you back. Coworkers can be the same way. They will sabotage your work. They will do anything they can to outshine you, to make you look stupid, because they're threatened by you. Maybe everybody loves you. You just have that personality that the patients love you. People love you. They confide in you. They turn to you. And they don't like that. So they will do anything they can to blow your world up. Honey, that's a them thing, not a you thing. They are so miserable in their own life. They want everybody around them to be miserable too. They feel their life has spun out of control. So they're going to control everything around them, any and everything they can. They're going to micromanage. They're going to shut down because they can. Screw that. If it's a real issue, go to your supervisor and say, hey, look, got a little issue with so-and-so. Can you rein them in a little bit? They're being a little ridiculous. Maybe they're stealing credit for your work, redoing your work. Always save, always, always, always. If you're doing anything on a computer, save your work, email it to yourself so you have a copy. And then if somebody changes what you're doing, you still have the original. Yeah. Just let people know it's not you, it's them. And document everything. If it's a work issue, document it. The date, the time, what happened, and if there were witnesses. Absolutely. You could be in a toxic work environment, and that's against the law. But don't let anyone micromanage you. Don't let them pick you to death. And above all, please hear me when I say this. Don't be overly critical of yourself. God does not expect perfection. He just wants you to be a good soul. That's it. Be a kind person. Help others. Do for the greater good of all. Don't be violent and mean and hateful and manipulative and spiteful and vengeful. No. Kindness, love, compassion, understanding, helping everybody, and not expecting anything in return. You just do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And always standing tall and proud in your truth and your authenticity. And if people don't like you, it's a them thing, not a you thing, because you know you're doing the right thing, that you're a good soul. Maybe they're kind of screwed up, you know? A lot of that going around these days. Take a deep breath. You are a good soul. If you are one of the hypercritical people, take a look at your life. Is it a learned behavior? Were your parents overly critical? And in your family, that's just the way you were raised? What comes to mind, I don't know if anybody ever watches Gilmore Girls. If you do, are you like Paris? If you watch the show, you'll know who she is. She is just, I think this show starts out and she's like 15 or 16 years old, and she is one of the most nasty, mean, spiteful, controlling, manipulative people on the planet for a child. But that's the way her parents treat her. It's a learned behavior. And if you watch, I don't know what you would call it, the sequels, A Year in the Life kind of things, later on, that's how she treated her kids. Learned behaviors. Doesn't make them right. Just makes it generational trauma. So stop and look at your life. Treat your kids the way you wish you had been treated, with just unconditional love and acceptance. Give them just huge hugs every day and tell them you love them. When they go to bed at night, tell them you love them and you're proud of them. You're proud of how they handled the day. Maybe they had a challenging day. Maybe they got in trouble at school. Maybe they got in trouble at home. That's okay. Tell them, I'm proud of you for meeting the challenge, for being honest with me, for accepting accountability. That took a lot of courage. You're very brave. Wow, that will mean so much to a child. I know it was hard for you to tell the truth, but I'm proud of you for doing it. I'm proud of you for accepting accountability for breaking a window or for losing the library book or whatever it is. Treat your child the way you wish you had been treated. Treat yourself now as an adult with gentleness and kindness, unconditional love. Forgive yourself. You're only human. Just something to think about.